it's very interesting how they're going to use this money in the bank with Seth Rollins. Very interesting because the way they have pivot from Seth and Jay, from now Jay losing the title to Gunther having the title. And remember, right before Money in the Bank, Seth went around the horn. When he went around Logan, went to Gunther, went to Jay. Eventually, I'm going to take that title. Now it looks like we have moved on to the world, to the undisputed championship, I should say. Him and Cody got something going on too. It wasn't just this is not the first time we've had this look. Even a couple weeks ago, this wasn't the first time we had this look. I don't know if y'all remember, Cody Rhodes was the champion, and I think Cody and Seth, their first time seeing each other, it was sometime last year. It's very blind right now. It might have been this year. I just remember they just had this look. They had this look like it was mutual respect, but it was like maybe Seth had just came back. Cody was the something. I think it was last year. It was something where Cody was the champion and Seth finally came back and they finally, was able to see each other for the first time. Okay. So then things have changed. Seth has changed his character. Seth has Paul Heyman with him. Seth has Bronson Reed. And Seth has Braun Breaker. And I think it was on SmackDown the night before Money in the Bank. Seth came out there. Cody interrupted him. Then Jey Uso comes down. While Jey Uso's coming down the ramp, while he's yeeting, Seth says something to Cody. We don't never know what he says. The camera kind of cut away from it. So we don't never really get, we don't get to be able to read his lips. We don't really get to see that the camera never panned to it. It just got right where he's going to say something and moved over to Jay. And I'm not sure if they did that on purpose or not. So then, yes, on Monday night, we see, again, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins about to take Jey Uso out after Jey Uso wins that fatal four-way, which a lot of people figured he was going to win. And Seth comes out after all the chaos. I mean, Penta coming out, LA Knight coming out. So many things going on in that match. Love to see that on the main event, by the way. That's how Raw is normally supposed to be. SmackDown was like that too. But Seth comes out, and when Cody comes out, there was an instant, just instant subtle. It was just, the room was just quiet. You can hear it. You can hear anything, a pin drop, and they just staring and looking at each other. I'm sitting there like, what's going on? Because John Cena, weeks ago, he said Seth would never cash in on him. That's interesting. Why he wants me to take the title home. I don't agree with that. I don't think so. Why would you say that? Because obviously, I guess he's got the money in the bank, so he just want to say that, hey, don't come after me. I think he's coming after that title. I've seen a lot of people say, well, what's going to happen is Cody's going to win the King of the Ring. Then Cody's going to move on to SummerSlam, defeat John Cena. Then Seth is going to cash in that Money in the Bank finally and finally beat Cody Rhodes. That wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be a bad idea because Seth has never beaten Cody. And what would be the best time? What would be the best opportunity to finally beat Cody the first time in your career? Taking the title off of him. Heist of the Century style like you did Roman Reigns. Speaking of Roman Reigns, SummerSlam, he's on the cover. We've been asking for Roman where he's been at. Obviously, he's been doing movies and stuff like that. Does he finally show up for SummerSlam to cost Seth that Money in the Bank? It's so many things that they can go with this Money in the Bank briefcase, but I just really don't think that they're going with the World Heavyweight Championship. I think they want to pivot to him to being on the Undisputed Championship. So is it possible that Seth wins the Money in the Bank. Or he wins the WWE Undisputed Championship. And obviously that's a SmackDown title. But when the draft happens, which is supposed to happen after SummerSlam, they move that title to Raw and put Gunther on SmackDown because I feel like Gunther's going to have that title still. They put Gunther on SmackDown. And Gunther has a whole new style, new different people to fight, a new venue. And Gunther's reign will actually probably be a little bit better. Obviously, we just have to see how it unfolds. We will see what happens this Friday. We will see what happens Monday. And then we go over to the end of next week to see how everything unfolds and who will be fighting who. I'm not sold. I was sold on Cody winning the King of the Ring. I still got a feeling that Sammy would win because this is the reason why I say this, okay? Cody doesn't need to win King of the Ring to fight John Cena. Y'all do realize at Money in the Bank, Cody Rhodes pinned John Cena. Normally when that happens, you get a title shot. When you pin that person, you get a title shot. So why would he be in the King of the Ring tournament and then win it when he's already got that shot? I have a dark horse thinking Sammy's going to win it. Sammy fights Gunther for that World Heavyweight title at SummerSlam. Cody can say, well, I already pinned John Cena. Give me that match, and you can still have that opportunity for Seth to do that. I think that's the way they should go. I think Gunther needs to go to SmackDown. I think Seth needs to, if they use Seth as they want Seth to take that title, take the title and take it to Raw. Stay on Raw on the draft. I think that's the way to go. But we shall see what they do. It's very interesting though, because what I'm thinking is about to happen is Cody's going to change characters. And I'll be on another video and I'll tell y'all why I'm thinking, and that kind of goes to what I'm thinking. Like, why is Cody and Seth acting this way? Because Cody might be thinking about finally going Homelander. That's what y'all been asking for. That's what y'all been waiting for. That's what y'all been wanting. If you remember his first time coming back after WrestleMania, after Saturday Night Main Event, his first promo, what did he talk about? The Rock. What did he talk about? The final boss. That offer. Doesn't matter how many times I say no, the offer still stands. Why would you say that? Unless you know if the offer still stands, then maybe I will change my plans. He's already on movies. That'll be on another video there. Yeah, we'll get to that. Cody changing plans could be coming very soon. But Seth Rollins, he could be changing, getting that title. He could be changing his mind and grab that title and move to Raw. Or Roman Reigns gonna finally show back up and make sure he doesn't win. One of the two happen. Most likely Seth's gonna win it. But we shall see what happens. Until next time, appreciate all the love, support. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. God bless.